Just a real quick reminder, Brother Derek, if you haven't done so already, please take a screenshot for the roll.
All right, let's get this party started. I got 1906 minutes at 7 p.m. and 6 minutes for you civilians out there. I am your gracious host, BT Robinson, and we will start the March meeting. As you can see, slide number 1 tells you about who we are and why we're here. I will pause for a second. I know we got a few new people here. I will pause for a second and let you examine that slide. But while you're examining it, hey, we're here. We are a Black Scuba Club, not exclusive. We welcome everyone. But we enjoy diving with people that look like us. We enjoy educating people that look like us. We enjoy doing safe practices with people that look like us. And we enjoy introducing water sports, most importantly, and community outreach with people that look like us. Let me go ahead and get this thing really opened up here. There we go. All right, just a friendly reminder to the money man who is not in, so I guess I can step in place for him. Monthly, not a monthly, forgive me, our annual dues are coming up for to do on the due date, March 31st. $50 per person payable, $100 for all Dallas Cowboys fans. And you guys lost Zeke today. So sad. All right, Miss Bunny. Is Miss Bunny on?
She is trying to get on. We're gonna
let's
circle
skip this
back
and,
as
yeah,
soon as
we'll
she
come
gets
back.
on.
Yeah, let's skip this and come back. All right. Part of our community, part of our ethos is community outreach and forming partnerships with the community. One of the things that we have done traditionally for the last several years is partner up with Diver Supply. Of course, Diver Supply, we like to send a lot of business there. We like to do a lot of business there. And in turn, they give us a lot of, I wouldn't say freebies, but they give us a lot of opportunities within their shop to use their resources, most importantly, the pool. If you've ever done a Discover Scuba with us or any type of training, that is our home base. So in order to give back, one of the things that we do is we partner up with them on their demo day, which is this Saturday. I didn't realize it was this Saturday. I would have allotted more time to be here. But the demo day is basically just to kind of give you an idea of what that is. It is the day that happens once a year where most of your vendors like Scuba Pro or Atmos or Hog, they come in, they bring their newest and greatest hardware. They put it out on display for you. You would get an opportunity to actually put on their BCs or put on their new mask or use their new snorkel, and you get an opportunity and time in the pool to be able to try that equipment on before you buy it, or if you like to buy it later after you give it a shot. They also give classes. Traditionally, they're on classes. I'm not sure if we have an itinerary, but there's a link there if you want to check that out. But traditionally, they usually give classes and let you try out things like spearfish hunting. They have a lot of spears there. They actually give you a quick class on spearfishing, how to use their equipment, and they will actually let you suit up, get in the water, and give it a shot. That's just an example of some of the classes that they give there. Always safety first is primary. There's a lot of dive master stuff who's going to be there, omnipresent in the pool room in case something goes wrong. But how we fit into this is we'll go there and we'll actually assist the vendors. We'll help set up food. Anything that the proprietor of the shop wants us to do, we will slide in there and we will help them out as our way of saying thank you for the partnership that we have with Diver Supply, which is very important. We love that. We love that place. It's our, like I said, it is our home base. We really welcome. We need volunteers to come out and work that this Saturday. And unfortunately, it's short notice, but if you can come out, please do so. I'll pause for a second for any questions. Or Courtney, you got anything to back up on this?
Yeah, I will put out there that, we're not asking folks to be out there all day. Typically, what we've done is just ask folks to sign up for like 2-hour blocks. So we can let Jack know, like, if you got some support, this where it's going to come from and what it looks like. So, it's typically 9 to 11 block, 11 to 1, whatever you want, but as long as we know what it is and they know what to expect. And sometimes he may just tell us, look, you know what, I got some new people in, we got enough help, but if y'all do want to do something, just do this and then we're done. Other thing that I will add is that they have, typically they have a raffle where they give away free stuff. And I don't know exactly what they're giving away this year, but I know they gave away some pretty cool things last year. So that's as honest and as far as I can go for right now. But when I say cool stuff, it's cool stuff.
Yeah, they the first year I went, I didn't win, but they give out BCs, they give out computers. Gosh, I got a mask one year. I got a mask, I got a flash, and sometimes the vendors will actually give you free stuff too. I worked with the Scuba Pro vendor and they gave me a bunch of free stuff. I got flashlights. It's a cool time to go out there, because unfortunately what happens, and not unfortunately, it's unfortunate for them, could be fortunate for you, that those vendors, they don't like to carry that crap back to their car. So sometimes they'll just, for helping them out, they'll just start handing you stuff. So if you're lucky enough to get with one of the really good vendors like Scuba Pro, you can come up on some good stuff. Probably won't get one of those expensive computers, but you might get some good goodies out of that.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of good stuff this Saturday. A lot, like you're saying. I've seen it, had my eyes on it. Gonna be some really cool stuff, especially when and then equipment is marked down. Like if you need a dive computer, we got computers in sale for like $75, which is normally like a $250 dive computer. To where they're,
you heard that, Pam?
Yeah. I actually put that one out for Pam.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, like, two amazing things. I just can't hold it in. They're giving away a Mark 19 first stage with a G260 second stage. That's an $800 rig by itself, and they're giving away a full face dive mask.
No. I already had dibs on that one. They're not giving that away. They're just giving it to me.
Yeah, I was like,
correct the notes.
I'll correct the notes. I need to fix that.
All right, so those who may not know, this is our brother Willie James, who actually works at the dive shop as well. So he, take that inside information, I wouldn't say with a grain of salt, but just don't tell nobody. You good, Willie J?
Yes, sir. I'm good. How y'all feel?
Good. Oh, Miss Bonnie's here. Miss Bonnie, you got your, go ahead.
Can you click on the link just so you can show them, show the link for the web page to give them all that logistic information, time, and everything?
I'm not sure. Let me see. Let's try to see what happens. I don't know if it's going to automatically share that, but let's see.
It's not going to automatically share, but it'll pull up and you'll have to switch the share over to whatever window it's in.
Last year they gave away a Peregrine dive computer by Shearwater. That was pretty.
Pam, that's the one I was telling you about. And he gave it away.
Yeah. The guy next to me won. He won that one next to me.
Man.
Did you shoot him an elbow? Like
that's not polite, but I thought about slashing some tires.
Yeah, here you go, folks. You can see this is where it talks about season kickoff demo day.
It's like a $400 or $500 computer. It's sweet.
So 10 to 6, that's the run. And if
Here,
you're going to volunteer and help out, get there at 9.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, if you're going to volunteer and help out on a morning block, then get there at 9. But
why does it say Jacksonville?
Yeah. Is it both
because
locations?
They have 2 locations. Yeah. If you go up there, both locations are on there. Go up to the top a little bit more.
Oh,
So
here.
it says March 11th,
There
Jacksonville,
we go.
March 18th, Atlanta, Georgia.
There we go. Sorry about that.
So the first one is the Atlanta location.
So we did mention the food. There's free food. I mean, you're not eating on the Ritz. We're talking like hot dogs, hamburgers, stuff like that, sodas, but there is free food. So yeah, it's a fun event. If you come out there and not work, I think it was the last time I did it. I didn't do it last year, which was the first year that I didn't do it since I've been affiliated with the club. They didn't really need us that much, like Cortland said earlier. So we just kind of hung around and parlayed and still kind of helped out when we could. And I still got a bunch of free stuff. So definitely go out. If you don't do anything, just to go to hang out, get some free food, try on some demo gear. Just go. It's real fun.
What time? 10 o'clock?
Yes,
9
ma'am. Yes. 10 to 6. It was 10 to 6, right? Let me see.
Well,
Yes.
if you're gonna help, come an hour early.
Okay.
Now, Miss Bunny, now that you're on, let me go back to your slide because we passed your slide. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, but this ain't where I want to be. But go ahead. I wanted the Zoom info so I could get on my computer. I can't see.
I sent it to you in text message.
Yeah, I need it on my email. I can use it on my
I
computer.
sent it to you in your email too.
Oh,
I
okay.
sent it to you and Willie James at the same time.
I can't pick it up for some reason. Come on.
Hey, so it's just a single slide that talks about just the time and stuff. So you could just speak if it's fun. There's nothing special on it other than just a picture that says food drive.
Oh, okay, I see it. Okay, it's March 24th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The place doesn't have an address because it's just a parking lot. But if you're on I-20 and you're coming from downtown Atlanta and you get off at the Flat Shows exit, you make a left turn on Flat Shows and it's immediately on your left. There's a gate there that's usually open, and it's a green gate, a green fenced in gate. And you just drive in there. I don't know if anybody's going to be available on March 24th though. It's a Friday, it's not a Saturday. That's what I thought. So, okay, thanks.
I'll be with you,
What's-
Miss Bonnie. I'm coming.
Who is that?
Celeste.
It's a Friday, not Saturday, Celeste.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna come. It's at 10. I'm coming.
Wait a minute, March 24th. Okay, look, here's the thing. I think we should cancel it
Oh,
because we have McNair Elementary School and I don't have any volunteers for that school that day. So it looks like I'm gonna have to go do that one. So
When is that there?
is March 24th from 8 to 12.
Okay.
I'm gonna be there
Where?
at the school,
Who is this?
E-Man.
Oh, okay, E-Man. Thank you. Anybody else gonna be at McNair?
This is the science school, right? Not the high school. Oh, which one
Right.
is it?
The Learning Center, the Elementary
Okay.
Learning Center.
I may be able to make it. I'm still waiting on the schedule to get firmed up.
Who is that? Derek.
It's there. Yeah. Hey, Bonnie.
Hey. Okay, well,
Do you have an
Okay.
address on that?
on what?
The McNair.
I do. Can I text it to you?
Sure.
Who is that, Derek?
No, it's
Yeah.
E-Man.
Okay.
I'll post it into the chat. That's on the Wallingford Road, right?
I'm sorry.
McNair Middle by Tilson.
No. McNair Elementary Learning Center is on
Okay, thank you.
Second Avenue.
I'll send it to the chat.
Okay. Okay. While I have the floor, Rainbow Elementary, I also don't have any volunteers for that school either on the 31st.
What
Okay.
what are we doing exactly at the school? What do you need us to bring?
Everything. like you're doing a demonstration. And but I also need you to talk about the science of diving. What education you need in order to be a diver, what the qualifications of a diver are, and bring videos to show what some diving experiences, including people and animals, amphibians, reptiles, whatever. It's simple. These are 4th and 5th graders. It's like you have like 40 minutes to demonstrate. We also like to let them put on gear. The teacher especially, and sometimes kids, but make sure you hold it so that they don't fall down and get hurt in it. But we like for them to put it on with air in the tanks so that they can get a full experience.
Can you reconfirm the time for Friday the 24th?
8 to 12.
Thank you.
And if you go to a school, if I filled out information, I put my name there because I didn't have anybody else's name to put there when I filled out the information. So thank you, Derek and Kelly, who are going on the 27th to Kelly Lake. Thank you, Jackie, who's going to E.L. Miller on the 30th. Thank you, E-Man, and possibly Derek for the 21st, 4th at McNair. Thank you, Jackie, for flat shows on the 17th, which is Friday. Okay, Rainbow Elementary, I guess. Thank you, me.
You the only one going to Rainbow?
Looks like it,
Okay.
unless I can get Jackie to go with me. Unless you want to go.
I'm out of town.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. But it's okay.
I was trying to figure out how we can get to this food drive, but I guess we spread pretty thin.
Yeah, we are. So maybe we can try it for next month. I'll check with him and see.
Okay. Thank you.
So is it official, the food drive's on ice for now?
Yes, it's on ice for March. We're
Roger
looking,
that.
it's the last Friday of the month. So think about the last Friday in April.
Okay. That
And
that
even-
way it gives us some more time to plan for it.
Yes.
Okay.
So can we,
Bonnie,
I want to
Bonnie,
keep
this,
it for April. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
Bonnie, this E-Man.
Hey.
Put me on standby for the 27th and the 30th.
The 27th is covered.
Okay.
I'll put you-
And Jennifer says she's available for the 30th as well.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Jennifer.
Yeah, put me down for the 30th.
Okay, I got you, E-Man and Jennifer.
Oh, Anthony was gonna do the 30th as well, but I don't know how many you need.
Well,
I think
is Jackie on?
we can do another time. It's okay if you got too many.
And no such a thing.
No, there's no such a thing.
No such thing.
We
Oh.
could, we can do more students. So I'm putting Anthony down too for the 30th. It's at E.L.
Yes.
Elementary School. Oh, golly, that's gonna be nice. Okay,
Was there ever a date confirmed for McNair High?
no.
Okay.
Oh,
No, we didn't get them to confirm,
Gotcha.
but I'm still working.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Bonnie, we good?
We're good. Thank you,
All
everybody.
right, no, thank you for coordinating all this.
yes, thank you, Miss Bunny.
Jennifer, y'all not available on the 31st, are you?
What day is that on?
The day after 30th, I don't know.
Oh no, let me look at the calendar. Let me see.
Friday the 31st.
Friday instead of Thursday.
Let me look at my schedule. Go ahead with the meeting. I'll look.
Okay.
right, we got some congratulations to come out. Courtney, this slide is yours. Talking about diving with a purpose cares. We got a 4 morning, but SSQ just doing it big.
Whoa!
Just
look-
award the dive of the year to us just right now and just relieve the pressure off of everyone else. Go ahead, Courtney, take the slide.
Well, I'm going to take a little bit of it and I'm going to pass it around a little because I wanted to make sure, and I want to be clear about something. It's not that we haven't been active like this before. We just haven't been telling everybody all of the stuff that we've been involved in. And because I want to make sure things are more visible, because we are doing things that support what we wrote in our bylaws, we are literally living what we wrote and living what we're preaching. We started talking about making sure we want to create pathways towards marine sciences. Guess what? We in class. There are 4 of us right now enrolled with Diving with a Purpose CARES program, our collective approach for restoring our ecosystems. Let me just joke around for a second, see who's been doing their studying. Brother Derek, that picture in the lower left-hand corner, can you identify that particular piece coral? I just got finished studying, by the way. That's why I'm trying, y'all.
Well, it's part of our assignments. I'm not quite sure I should be giving you that answer, but Groove.
I got this. I'm just
Groove
trying you out.
Brain. Groove Brain.
That's right. This is Groove Brain Coral, and we call it D-Lab for it's the shortened version of its genus and species name. Jennifer or Anthony, would you like to take a stab at the other 2, or you haven't completed this assignment yet?
I haven't completed it yet. I was just gonna do that right after this. After this meeting. Well, I've been working every single day.
I know. Look, the only reason I'm doing this because I just happened to complete the assignment. I got so excited.
That's some kind of
Because
fun
actually-
there.
I know, that's what made it fun. I completed it before the lecture and I knew what they were talking about. I was so excited. It just changes the whole weight of the class.
Oh,
Anyway,
nice.
the top one is P-Star. That's symmetrical coral, and the bottom one is what they call MCAV, massive star.
These are
and
very
or
special.
Oh.
They have oil on them. You know that tire.
You know, that symmetrical one throws me off because it does not look symmetrical to me.
Not like the other.
Because that's the thing, like
I know.
the sometimes it does not have the symmetrical grooves on them.
Right.
So you gotta go by the way that the thickness of the rolls that's actually in the waves.
Yeah, I heard them say that in the lecture on Saturday.
Mm-hmm,
Can I cheat off your paper?
Of course. You cheat off my paper, Jan? Of course. So anyway, just letting y'all know, that's what we enrolled in. That's what we're doing. It's pretty comprehensive. They got us, it's like a college level course. We got class every 2 weeks, every other Saturday. We got homework in the middle of it. We got tests, we got quizzes. To be honest, initially I was like, man, hell no, I ain't doing all this. I just want to dive. But ultimately, what this morphs into is that over the summer, we'll spend a week, with our slates and our charts and everything, identifying these things. Now, just to tell you real quick, when we start judging the healthiness of a reef, in this case, there are 8 corals that we take a look at, and these are 3 of them. All right. And so that's how I can tell you, learning this information, once I started diving, I looked at the corals in a different way. I remember when I was in St. Lucia and even what we just come back from, Curacao, I could tell if the corals were in recovery or they were newly damaged. Whereas before I was like, oh, there's some coral, but I see them a little bit differently now. So excited about being able to report that data to people that write policy so they can keep these things around for us, because the ocean produces so much of the oxygen that we breathe right now. I know growing up they told me it was the trees, but the trees do like 25%. The rest of our stuff really comes from the ocean. And the corals keep the sea from eroding. The coastline does a lot of stuff for us, so we need to look out for it. Anyway, just letting y'all know SSQ's in the house.
Listen, let me ask the question. So
Yes.
you talked about how when we were diving in Curacao and you were looking at the reef, you look at it differently. So my question is, for like, if you've been in the military, it forever ruins any opportunity to actually enjoy a military movie because you would nitpick it to damn death and, oh, that'll never happen, that'll never happen. So how would this affect my diving experience in the future? Because I'm gonna be too busy looking at the health of the coral.
That's right. Well, that's the thing. I think it would impact it in a very positive way, because the way that I see folks dive a lot of times, they're swimming so fast because they're looking for the thing that's going to wow them, when really there's an entire ecosystem within a 2x2 space if they just stayed still long enough and checked it out. And now that you know what you're looking for, when you look at these corals, not only are we looking at these, but we also have a fish ID component that goes with it, where we can identify, again, the health of the reef by identifying the different fish. I really got excited about fish ID when I knew what the different fins meant, when I can tell male from female, when I could turn around and say, oh, this is what that stripe means, when I know its name. So now I'm not swimming so fast looking for a shark or, of course that would be cool, but looking for the big thing that's going to wow me. I stay still long enough and I be present to the entire ecosystem and life that's already before me. And you know, my boy Byron, he already does that as a photographer. And he's trying to tell y'all there's a shot like right there in front of you if you stay still long enough and get it. So I guess I try to enter his world a little bit. It's just the thing that excites me is I know the name of everything that I'm looking at now, which makes it even more interesting.
Well, I'd like to throw you a curve and show you some coral that's endemic to the Hawaiian Islands, which is really interesting. It's fascinating to see how sensitive they are. They're the barometer to the ocean. And the things that they've always discovered, and they discovered recently in Hawaii, is that when they dump water out into the ocean, sometimes the growth hormones or products that we use immediately affect them. And then birth control was one of them, and it was slowing the propagation of coral. So it's just so immense. It's amazing, because if you don't have the coral, you don't have the little fish, and if you don't have the little fish, you don't have the big fish, and it just kind of works in a circle. But anyhow, I'm gonna, if I can show photos later, I'll explain that part.
We'll definitely loop you back in. Matter of fact, since you're talking about coral, you ready to show them now?
Only if Maestro BT Robinson is ready for me.
Yeah, you want me to give you control? You want to just take control?
No, I'll let you go ahead and do it. I don't want to get too.
Okay, because
Well,
I picked out some of the good pictures, but it's not every single one of them. But
if you could, I'll talk briefly.
Well, here's the thing. I'll wait. If there's a slide already set up for Byron, I'll wait for that slide to come along.
I think it's next. I can't remember, but I think it's
I would
next.
prefer if you do use them all, because then because there's some of them that I really need to explain.
Okay.
Go back and edit the slide now, but I'll see what I think I can pull them up out of my folder and share them one by one.
Yeah, because I kind of had it ready to talk about it in order. Oops.
Okay, hold on. let me see what's the next slide. Hold on. Yeah, that's a couple of them.
Can you?
Ooh,
Yeah. Can
you took that?
Yeah,
Well, back up. Let me go ahead and let them get ready, because this is something I got to show y'all before we get to Byron. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
All right.
Are you going to take over screen share, Courtney?
No, can you see my screen?
No, hold on. I have to stop sharing first. Hold on.
Mhm.
Now we see it.
Okay. All right. Anybody here of Beneath the Sea? No? Well,
I'm
my sister
going.
Jennifer,
Yes,
good.
I'll
My
be
sister
there.
Jennifer, can you take this away? Just give a real quick explanation around the significance of Beneath the Sea to us.
Okay, sure. Hey guys, I'm Jennifer. So every year Beneath the Sea has it is a diving exposition. Basically, there's vendors from all over. They have Dan is there to set up, like if you want to get more information about Dan, that's a Divers Alert Network. There's vendors from like Scuba Pro. I mean, just all kind of vendors are there, and they demonstrate their products to you. And they also like are travel agencies there, and they can tell you like the best deals they have for diving excursions and things like that. And it's like an event that happens Saturday all day and it closes on Sunday around noon. And it's really a phenomenon. They also have like prizes they give away, little raffles, and you can win a trip or different, you put your name in there. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah,
So it's one of the things that we try to I can't remember.
Oh, I just want to say, and NAB's is going to have their booth there as well. So
There we go.
we're going to have like little Shotzi's there to give out little armbands. I think I got some stuff left that Kim had, like pins I'm going to take with me, just to give them out, just to get our name out there. We're going to have a video playing in the background, just saying who we are and just, play it over and over. So people walk up, they can kind of look at our little video. And so we're going to try to get NAB's name out there.
Right. And since we got SSQ people going, I wanted to make sure that was highlighted. Thank you, Jennifer. All right. BT, I got one more thing I'm gonna show off, okay? Anybody hear of the Clotilda?
Yeah.
All right. So the Clotilda, for folks that don't know, it is the last, reported as the last slave ship found. If y'all know the story, I'm gonna go ahead and put this piece into the chat so y'all can check it out for yourselves. But the short of it is, slavery was abolished, it was over, it was illegal, and there was a bet made to this particular captain who said, I bet you I could still go over there, get some and bring them back over here. And he did that. He went over there, got some, brought them back over here. They chased him a little bit and he ended up going up the canals and ended up in Alabama. The boat ran aground. The enslaved captives escaped, and their ancestors started to build their own community. To this day, that particular community is called Africa Town. Now, if y'all know Kamal Siddiqui, another NABS member, ex-president of NABS, he was one of the divers that actually got to dive the wreck. Part of his team were some of the people that found it originally, but there is a white person who said they found it first and they got in front of the media and were basically saying, no, I'm the one. He wrote a book and he put a whole bunch of stuff out there, talk about appropriation, but they're still, trying to do some work and trying to go ahead and get the word out there. Long story short, to revitalize an interest in this community, the state comes along and says, you know what, these young Black people, the ancestors of the people that landed there, they need to learn how to swim. We want to teach them how to scuba dive. So this program was put together and myself, Kamal, Jay Hagler, and Jimmy Mack. So all four of us are from different clubs around the United States. We've been asked to come to Africa Town to do a Discover Scuba. And for any of those young people in the community that want to sign up to become scuba divers, the state has offered us a stipend to pay us to pull that off. So I'm saying all of that to say that's why I can't be at demo day this weekend, because this is where I'm going to be in Africa Town, trying to bring the youth along.
That's great.
Especially when you read up on this, I got to show y'all Kamal. You know, they got down here is 3 videos on diving with a purpose. Kamal's in one of them, some of our other NABS, it's NABS members in all of them. So if you get a chance, go ahead and check it out. You'll see it. That's Kamal right there about to go, about to hit this dive, man. And you got to hear it, like it's on YouTube. I sent out a couple of links that I found, but him talking about actually accessing the cavern or space where the captives were, you know, because, you know, a lot of them, you know, some of them didn't make it off of the boat. To hear him talk about, like, he knew it, he felt the ancestors, he felt the spirits there when he entered that space. The water is dark and murky and it's not a, you know, ideal diving site, but he said you could feel it when you went down there and you're in it. It's, ugh. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do.
Can I add something to that, Cortland?
Of course.
So this particular ship, and regarding the history and the Middle Passage, it blows people's mind to understand that the history and hundreds of years of slavery, pre-slavery, Middle Passage slavery, post-slavery Reconstruction, you had 10,000 ships that made a passage. And it's estimated that the 10,000 ships that went across the Middle Passage, 1,000 of them sank. And of the 1,000 of those ships that have sunk, there's a guesstimate between 5 and less than 10 or so that have been discovered. We all encounter history that's always constantly being sanitized, rewritten, or not discussed. And this is just another example of this didn't happen. Up until this ship being discovered, there was always an argument about whether or not this event in history really occurred or not. And they would deny and deny and deny and always sanitize and minimize to the degree of what did or didn't happen. And this is just one example in history. So to finally identify it definitively and preserve and figure out now what we do from here, and to document it from an archaeology perspective with Dr. Llewellyn and all of them, it's an amazing thing here, but it happens too often where we have history, and that community out there is wrestling with how do we move forward from this, because they were denying it. They were denying it completely. So there's so many threads off of this, of the discovery, the preservation, the archaeology, the history, the next steps, what the community does, what the community is suffering down there with regards to environmentalism and things. There's so many threads off this, but there's so many Clotilda stories out there. It's just that this one is there. So we all need to kind of keep that in mind.
Yeah, and also the Lords of London paid out a lot of money for those guys who sank the ships on purpose to collect the money versus trying to, because we were property and they were insured. So that's where the paperwork and all of that other stuff allows us to track back what happened.
Black divers. All right. I'm done hijacking, BT.
No, you're good. I was trying to tighten this slide up. 1 second.
Okay. All right. So, well, just to let folks know why you're working on it, DWP has another component. They are under the umbrella of NABS, very specifically centered towards underwater archaeology. So that's one of the things that myself and I know I'm doing underwater archaeology, but they have another component where it's YDWP. So we got some young people that are headed over to some of the same spaces, to CARES and the underwater archaeology component. So when I'm working with young people like young Zaria over there, trying to build up their skills so they can participate in some of these programs, YBWP, I think you're required to have, Derek helped me out, 20 dives under your belt or something like that. I can't remember.
Give
But
or take, or any confirmation of moderate buoyancy control.
yep, there you go. You gotta have really good buoyancy control and situational awareness, because we don't want you to kicking up silt or destroying the artifacts.
All right, Mr. President, thank you for sharing that. And thank you for everyone participating and sharing those stories. Some of that information was definitely new to me, and it's just mind-blowing when you take into account how rich history can be and how easily it can be distorted or just completely left out. But without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Smalls.
All right. There's a screen in front of
What do you see?
I see
I see a clear screen, the Blue Heron Bridge with no interference.
okay, well, maybe it's just mine. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the image to the left, and as Cortland mentioned, there are so many small creatures. Most of these creatures that I shot are size of a quarter and to the size of a dinner plate, but they are in just a small area. And, you know, in a 20 by 20 foot area, you can probably find 10 to 15 different creatures if you take your time, look, and just explore. There's no reason to be in a rush. So the image on the left is a frogfish. If you look at his eye, you can see it. Can I point my cursor? Oh, no. No? Okay. Anyhow, to the left, it's a you can see his eye and see what's going on. To the right is a sea slug. It's called a flamingo's tongue, and you can find them in waters in anywhere between 60 to 30 feet or even shallower. And I shot that earlier this year in Key Largo. Can we go to the next one? To the left is a juvenile lobster. Boy, he gets a couple more years on him. He's going to be on somebody's pot with some Old Bay. And then to the right is a angelfish. And they were both shot at Phil Foster
Oh,
Park.
that's beautiful, man. Look at those colors.
Thank you. And they were shot at Phil Foster Park at Blue Heron Bridge, which is a treat to go to. And it's just like a little aquarium. And the dive is easy. Unfortunately, you get a short window, a small window. You have to go from high tide to slack tide, and then it's about an hour, but it's a good little view. I'll go to the next one. The image obviously to the left is a seahorse, and most people are probably familiar with them. Down to the bottom right is a porcupine fish. It's in the same family as the blowfish, and they expand and to warn off any predators, if anything. What I find interesting about them, if you can, Terry, zoom in on the eyes, and you'll notice that they have a coating around it. It's like a blue membrane, but his eyes are really dark, but they're just, and from an angle, if you see it on the right of him, it's, you can see that blue membrane. And all fish have like a dome, a glass dome around them, or I would say glass dome, but they have a membrane dome to protect them. And just like what we use when we're looking with our mask. It's just really interesting to see it all similar with all species of fish that have eyes and use it for viewing or navigating. We can go to the next one. So I really wish you could have shown. So the image to the left is Well, Terry, is it a way to show the other? It's a bumblebee shrimp. And the first image I had was of it attached on a starfish. And the guide helped me find this one because there's just no way, unless you know what you're looking for, it was hard to find. But they usually hide out underneath the starfish for protection. So this little dude is about the size of half a grain of rice. So he's really tiny. So if you ever go and you order up a shrimp dinner or something of that nature, and they say it's bumblebee shrimp, be careful. Make sure they have thousands of them, because otherwise you won't get anything. But they're really, really neat to look at. And they, hence the stripes, yellow and black stripes. It's a bumblebee shrimp. To the right is a flounder. And you can see how they can see in all directions, omnidirections, and it's just an amazing creature, how it lies flat on the surface and it blends in to the soil, to the sea floor. And you really wouldn't notice it unless you got too close to it, and then it fluttered and you'd see the dust that it creates, and that was it. And then you see the little eyes and you can pay attention to it. Next. Juvenile moray eel. He was probably an inch long, and you can tell that he's a juvenile because his teeth, and larger or adult morays, their teeth aren't translucent. His teeth are very translucent and you can see through them. And I guess as they age, that becomes less of a problem. But I'm sure if you put your finger in his mouth, it still causes some problems. Wouldn't recommend it. Can we go to the next one? Oh.
That was the last one.
Oh. Can I show another one? If I. Okay, give me a half a second here. I guess. Let's see. All right. Can you guys see anything? You see anything yet for me? No.
Not yet, Byron.
Not yet, but you are a co-host. You should be able to share.
Okay. All right. Go to, I guess, so to share screen, is that right?
Yes.
And one participant can share at a time. Is that what I click?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know when you can see something. No?
If you have multiple monitors, Byron, just click share and then select the monitor that you want to hit and then hit share again.
All right. No, I think I'm going to, that's okay. I don't want to take up everyone's time. I'm going to share screen and desktop.
There you go. We can see
All right.
your flash drive now.
Oh, yay. Okay. So one of the things that we were doing was, and Cortland has participated in it, is Black Girls Dive. So we went down to the Blue Grotto, and this was some interesting images, or image of Virgil, one of the turtles. There's a resident turtle, and that's Dwayne, if you guys know who I'm from, Nabs. He's in the foreground. This is a silhouette of him. And then I guess the last one would be, here we go. One of the instructors, and there's just tons of fish around him. And one of the things, if you go to Blue Grotto, Cortland loves to go down there to teach. There's some of the resident bluegills that you'll see. And this was just one of the images that I was able to catch of them swimming along. And that was it. And as I had mentioned, the bumblebee shrimp, if you can see, that's the back. If you know what a starfish looks like, this is the little fish on top of the spine of a starfish. So these are very tiny, the bumblebee shrimp. Any questions? If not, that's it for me.
That was beautiful, Byron.
All right, appreciate it. Can we go ahead and stop your share, please?
Got it? There we go.
Awesome sauce. Let me take back over here. We will Charlie Mike. And by 1 second. We're almost finished, folks. Almost down to our last slide. All right, we got an upcoming dive. Mr. Willie James, the floor is yours.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. Okay, so well, the only thing that I got here is May 20th and 21st, but my mom puts together these packages where I asked her to put packages together for us to go out on these like dive ventures and things like that. So can't speak to it now. There's information, it's an all-inclusive dive that I sent out. And let me just hit the details quickly. This it's a dive trip down to Nassau, Bahamas. It's June 10th through the 13th.
Slow down for the time. Give folks a chance to write it down, and we're going to send it back out.
Okay. So like I said, June 10th through the 13th.
All right, I've pasted that into the chat group.
Oh,
Go ahead,
good,
Willie.
good.
Thank you, Derek.
Oh, you said you pasted in the chat group. Everyone has it.
Yes, yeah, your June 10th to the 13th into the Bahamas with the round trip, airfare transfers for accommodations, with the per
Oh,
couple
great.
rate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's per couple. So like individuals, like $1,500 trip package. It's all inclusive. When it says all inclusive, that's like as you see it there in the notes. Those are the details. Okay, so if we're interested, if we can build a list or manifest as who wants to go, and then I can get back with my mom and she can tell me what's next as far as like what information is needed in detail. Now that's in June. The next big and great thing that I have listed is Lake Jocassee, South Carolina. I have a dive trip planned out there, and that's May 20th and 21st out at Lake Jocassee. That's Jocassee, South Carolina. And that is a camp and dive where, for those of you that want to get out there and glamp or camp and then go out there and dive during the day. And then that's some pretty cool things we can go dive at night, such as wrecks. But there's 2 graveyards down there. So that's a mock graveyard and there's an actual graveyard that's there. If y'all saw the movie back in the 80s, Deliverance, the most popular actor at that time was like Burt Reynolds. So there's a scene there where they're flooding the dam. It's an actual graveyard, and that is actually there. You can dive it. So that is my next big thing there. I'm looking forward to you guys joining to come out and stuff. It'll be a great time, but it's just something I would like for us to do is like local dive places that we can go out together as a group, get our names out there, bring people into the community of diving. And that's all I have for right now. And Derek, has this been updated with the entire summer as far as the dive activities?
Has what been updated, please?
The dive trips that I have for the rest of the summer.
The only thing that I see is a slide here with the unicorns and the upcoming, and then what I've pasted in there from text. But I think it'd be a good idea that we just put together an information link and we can I can send that out to everybody.
All right.
But it also, Derek, between you and BT, anything that gets posted right here, that information, we're asking that we post it to our dive calendar on the website. And that way folks can go, you know, the link to the calendar, which is already set up like that already, that'll be the information. You know, if you want to see something that's coming up, the dates, all of that stuff, the information, we'd like to hold it there. And in terms of an informational piece where we have everything in one place, if you haven't done so already, Willie James, put it on a Word document, put it in an email and send it to both BT and Derek so that they have it in one central place, and then they'll go ahead and post it up to the calendar. And I think you did the last one like that anyway, just do the current ones too.
Okay, we'll do.
Well, let me talk the Unicorns of Diving annual friends. All right. So for those that don't know, I'm military and I'm stationed in Tampa outside of MacDill Air Force Base. So I actually kind of cohabitate with the Unicorns of Diving, who's our Florida regional club, our brother-sister club. And I do a lot of activities with them. Coming up on March 24th in Alexander Springs, they're having their annual family and friends. I can't go because I have to work that weekend. And I didn't go to the last one last year because I had to work that weekend as well. But I have been to their a lot of their barbecues and events before. They put on a good show. Everyone is invited. There is a cost associated with it to help out for food. So if you're interested, you can head over to the Unicorns of Diving's Facebook page. They have a lot of information posted there. But yeah, they're going to have a good time. They usually have a big turnout. They'll be doing a little diving in the freshwater springs down here. They're super clear. They're warm all year round. So even for March, if it's kind of cool, the water is going to be 72 degrees everywhere throughout the water column, so you can still get in there. They're going to be doing some Discover Scubas as well, and just, you know, regular games and good food. So folks, come on down. You're invited. If you don't have a place to stay, feel like driving about an hour, I live in Tampa, you're more than welcome. I got 2 guest rooms, and that's just open, period. If you want to come down to Florida and dive, I have 2 guest rooms. Just shoot me a text or email. You're more than welcome to come down and stay. But that's it for me on this slide. Any questions or comments for this slide?
Did you say 72?
72 degrees throughout the water column. It comes out from that ground. Well, that's warm, all things considered.
No, it's not. It's relatively warm. So
you need
if
a
you related,
about
if
5
you
mil.
you need
related
a
to
5
Terry,
mil. You need a
then
5
it's
mil.
warm.
A 3 mil, I did it with a 3 mil and I was okay. I did it with a 5 mil, I was a little toasty. But the thing is, like, they had, a matter of fact, they had I dove with them on MLK weekend last year. The air temperature was 47 degrees. The water temperature was 72 degrees. So in the water, you're gravy.
Okay.
But as soon as you get out, that's when the problem begins. So you better have a plan together when you get out of that water. But other than that, those fresh springs, you can dive them all year round. Just that sooner or later, you got to get out of the water. So the air temperature may be a little suspect.
Are they still taking attendees for that, or are they full already?
No, as far as I know, they're still taking attendees. I was actually over at Justin's house last week, and he didn't mention anything about them being full.
Okay.
Justin actually lives 8 minutes from me, and it was really serendipitous to find out when I discovered that, because I thought the Unicorns initially, I thought they were in the West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale area, and then I found out they were in Tampa, and come to find out, he lives right down the street from me. So Yeah, I hang out with him. I hang out with some of them as often as I can.
I'm gonna go to it. I think it's gonna be a pretty cool time. And yeah, you're right. The temperature of the springs are always 72 degrees, no matter what, you know. They can be warm or they can be cold. In the summertime, they may feel cold, but in the winter, it definitely feels warm. Because when I was down at Blue Grotto in January, they saw 31 degrees. And the water was nice and comfortable.
Hey, Zaria, what you think about the water temperature at Blue Grotto?
You know, for me, it was cold.
That's
really
right.
cold.
That's all I want to hear you say. So I'm okay, I'm good. No, no, go ahead, go ahead. It's cold. There was a time where I didn't think it was cold, but as I got older, it's cold. It's still 72 degrees, though, you know, that's why I said it's relative, but I'd rather go with a 5 mil. I was down there with a 3 trying to be hard. It worked for a little while.
Well, I will admit, I did wear my Neotech, so.
You did wear Neotech, all right?
I did wear the
Just let y'all
Neotech.
know that,
Yeah.
tell them how thick the Neotech is.
It's 6, 7, and 8, so it takes care of you in every situation. And it's a semi-dry suit, so, okay, yeah, it is chilly, but.
Now, mind you, this is the dude that just told y'all the water was comfortable. I'd be comfortable too with a 6, 7, 8 millimeter suit on. It's 72 degrees. It's fine, it's comfortable. I got you. All right.
Anybody got any information they want to share? Upcoming dives?
Shoot.
And and by the way, if anyone hears, because of course we network and affiliate with the other regional clubs, please pass that information on to us so that we can actually display it in our meetings and also put it on the calendar, because some people may be looking for a dive, and I know the Nubians are doing something coming up real soon that I got privy to, and I can't remember exactly what it is. Get that information and make sure it's on the calendar, and we'll put it in an email and send it out. But sometimes other regional clubs, they have dives, they have empty slots, and they want to throw some people on there. We'll put those on the email and blast it out to everyone and make sure that everyone has an opportunity, especially for folks who are willing to travel. But if there's nothing else for this slide, we're going to push on. We're almost finished.
I got a quick shout out
Okay,
right
go ahead.
fast. I mean, I'm diving next weekend, the 4/25th down at Devil's Den in Rainbow River. So anyone interested in joining?
Oh, those are good dives. And
Yeah.
if you go, Rainbow River is cold. Okay, don't mess around.
Yes.
Rainbow River.
Keep-
Well, okay.
Keep playing if you want. And I'm gonna tell you what makes it cold. You're actually in a river, you're on a drift. So since you're not spending a lot of energy, you're literally just floating there, being taken by the river. And that's one of the things that accelerates you being cold. So don't mess around.
Yeah, but the flow it's been low the past. I've dove it the past month, and the flow of the river's been low. It's been slow. You're having to kick, so you have to face down river and kick a little. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not gonna say how I dive it, but yeah, y'all wear exposure suits. That's just being safe about it.
Well, you know, Willie James just dived with a tank top and some shorts.
Yeah, that's true.
He hard.
I never dive in the springs with exposure suit. No, I'm not gonna say that. No, I gotta take it back.
He sounds like Justin.
Mm.
All right, Court, here's our obligatory SSQ, SEC, YSEC qualifications. We talk this just about every month, but for those, we got some new folks here, Court, you just want to kind of give them a little overview?
Yeah, for the new folks, again, in alignment with our bylaws, try to make sure that we create a pipeline towards the marine sciences for our young people and for us as adults. We have the SEC, the Science and Education Committee. And then we started targeting some young people that was being introduced to the club. And we said, we're going to have a YSEC, all right? And there is a difference between the two. I'm gonna try to slow down just to say that real quick, especially for the new people, because the old people heard this already before. But here it is. The SEC and YSCC follows the standards of an organization called AAUS, the American Academy of Underwater Sciences, where science is first. With science being first, what that means is there is a research question that needs to be answered, and they need data collectors with scuba skills to collect the data to answer this research question. So it's different than recreational diving, where we're diving for exploration and or for adventure. Here, we're actually trying to get a research question to answer. And since there are so many different fields of scientific diving, yes, diving to coral reefs and underwater archaeology are considered scientific dives. Under the auspices of AAUS, they have a level of qualifications that say this is what you need to do to become a scientific diver. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to be able to do all of these things right now, because you'll have two designations, either scientific diver in training or full-blown scientific diver. These are some of the physical qualifications that you have to go through to walk that course. One of the things that I've been having folks work on is this professional level CPR first aid and oxygen administration course offered by Dan. I have not, and I know people are going to ask me, I have not come up with a date where we're going to do another round of testing out. And the testing out is simply, once you go through the course, I got to actually see you do the CPR, oxygen administration, and all of that. But as soon as I get that date going, I'm gonna shoot it out to the group. Most of y'all, if not everybody on here, except some, maybe for some of the new people, you have the link already. You have the link already. So I just need you to start working through this course. And as people are working through it, once I get like 3 people, a group of 3 done, then that's when I turn around and say, okay, let's set a date. Let's go ahead and knock it out tonight. All right. But once I get those dates, I'm gonna set up another round. So the link's been out there for a minute. I'll resend them if I need to, but y'all just let me know if y'all are interested in the SEC right now. Kelly Edwards and Tanisha McLaughlin, they are co-chairs of both the SEC and YSCC. So when we start to get these research questions going, start to get people checked off in that group, those are going to be your go-to people. It used to be me and Byron Small, but we're doing a lot, and we want to go ahead and spread the wealth and spread the love and make sure that this is your club. And the way that you make it your club is you do the work. You take the leadership position. In any case, we really appreciate, seriously, all of y'all coming in to help out Miss Bonnie and making sure that we're working towards our level of excellence. One of the things that is still a directive that we're putting out there is that even if we're not doing anything else, everybody needs to be working towards, at minimum, rescue diver. I want to tell you that we have 4 rescue divers in the rescue divers to be in the pipeline right now. Our Vice President, Terry Sheffield, our Treasurer, Conrad Wilborn. We also have Pam Tanner, Dr. Pam Tanner, and Kelly Edwards, all right? We also have Zaria, who's going through open water. Even though our sister Celeste is finished with her open water certification, she did some of her open water skills so hard, I counted them towards her advanced certification should she choose to sign up for it. And when I say, I'm telling you, when she did, her and her partner
I can
did
vouch for
compass
that.
navigation. Let me tell you, when they did compass nav, they crushed it. Jennifer actually was there when Celeste, not only did she do mask removal, she did mask removal from a hovering position. All right. I don't know
Yes,
how
she did.
I don't know how much situational awareness that y'all realize that y'all have to do it. So I want you to imagine anybody that did mask removal and recovery, most of the time you were on your knees or you were on the deck. Celeste was hovering right at 23 feet. She did it. She didn't go up. She didn't go down. She stayed right at 23 feet. I'm like, you sign up for advanced course, you ain't gotta do that no more. You ain't got to do your compass navigation because we have people do navigate by compass and a square and a triangle. Her partner did great that day. They did better than anybody else. And I'm like, look, y'all are crushing this. So you checked off like at least 2 of the dives out of the 6 that you got to do. Should you want to continue? Anyway, we got stuff. And then we have Byron. Now, Byron was taught by Yet. As a matter of fact, the person that taught me to be an instructor, he
The
got his
best.
rescue diver.
The best. Talk about the best. The best.
And who's the best?
It's Dr. Ford.
Dr. Anthony Ford,
That's right.
one of the founders of SSQ, the person that trained me to be an instructor, the person that trained Jennifer to be an instructor. So, you know, we got a lineage going on. Thank you, Byron, for getting that rescue diver as well. Everybody else, we're here for you. If you want to go ahead and move your game up, we got instructors, got expertise. I want you to go ahead and keep pushing it so we can be better divers. Thank you.
All right, moving right along. All right, this is the end of our presentation. But what I would like to do is open the floor for our newbies to present themselves. We got some new folks in here. You know, look, we're in the South. I know most of y'all been to a church. You've been to a new church and you know the drill, you know the routine. So go ahead and stand, look at people dropping off. Don't run. Introduce yourself to us. Tell us who you are, just a little bit, whatever you want to tell us. And don't make me call you out. Who's first?
Please do. Please call them out. Be the preacher. Be the preacher.
It's gonna play the organ music.
All right, I guess I'll go ahead and take the blade. My name is Stephanie Ellis. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I am hopefully trying to get involved with SSQ. Well, me and my family.
Blue Adult, Peachtree Building, 7th floor, 71 IC.
And I am at work. I am in the health field, so I'm going to shut the door for just a moment. I don't know. What else would you like to know about me?
But you guys are an awesome family. You know.
I know, Ms. Ellis, that you're certified, and I think everyone in your family is certified with the exception of your son, if I remember certified, correct?
Well, Willie James is working on that. So he had his first class, and we have another class next week. And so definitely by this time in May, he will be certified. But yes, we are all working on it. We did our refresher class this past Monday until 1 a.m.
Hey, we got it done. We got it
done. We sure did.
That's fantastic.
Hey, well, we thank you so much for joining us. And you said you were hoping to be affiliated. You already are. You already are. Welcome.
Well, I'm affiliated, but I ain't paid no money. So you know how that goes. So I gotta get my dues in.
So thank you for coming. Like I said, you know I know I posted in the NABS group, and I think I talked to you about it. Every third Wednesday we do this. It's on Zoom. We used to do it publicly. But of course, COVID kind of changed that for us, and we may go back to doing public here in the future. But even if we do, we'll probably still have it in the presentation form for folks like myself. I'm not in Atlanta anymore. Uncle Sam said I had to move. I had to move. So I can't make the physicals, at least until I take my uniform off and retire. But we thank you definitely for joining us and appreciate you for introducing yourself and telling us a little about yourself. Is Miss Carla still on? I knew I was going to have to call her out. Where's she at?
Hey, real quick, can I
Oh.
say something to Miss Stephanie and probably to Miss Carla?
Go ahead.
Will you please go on our website, go ahead and fill out an application for SSQ. You ain't got to pay no money right now, but I need the application to already be in, because what we typically do is we have like what we call a courting system, right? And all that means is just hang out with us for a while to see if you like us before you join the club. So what happens is we have meetings, we have events, we have outings. Like there's nothing that's keeping you and your family from volunteering or joining with us right now, because we'll consider you a prospect once we have your application. Again, you ain't paying no money, you just got the application in. According to our bylaws, it lays out for us that if, long as you don't miss like 3 events in a row, by the time we vote on you coming in, which is going to be in June, you're going to be voted into the club. Now, the reason why I'm trying to explain this is because had you turned y'all's application in already, every day that you spend with Willie James is going to count as an event. So you don't necessarily have to worry about when all of the clubs are getting together, because we have another thing in our bylaws that says once 3 people from SSQ come together, it's an SSQ event. So
All right, then. Well, I will do that.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
So you and Miss Carla and whoever's new, y'all fill out that application so that even during your training process, that's counting towards you showing up with us and for us.
That is good.
And then we
Alright,
ask for the
I'll
money
get on
later
it.
on.
Hi,
Well,
everyone.
that done.
My name is Alina Mitchell, and I was initially a part of SSQ from its very start. And I moved to California for many, many years. And so I am back in Atlanta now. And so I wanted to join back up. I am a certified diver. Anthony did certify me back, I think that was like 2015, 2014, it was a while ago. And just been enjoying attending the meetings, and I'm glad to be back.
Yay.
Welcome
Hey,
back,
Alina, welcome back.
Hello.
Welcome
And
back.
look, that water cold down in California, you had to come back over here, huh?
Oh yeah, it's freezing. I wasn't ready.
Did you
Well-
do did you do the kelp forest over at
No, I didn't. Believe it or not, I didn't do any diving out in California.
I believe it. It's hardcore dives.
Oh yeah, I did snorkeling and lots of other water activities, but I didn't do the diving. So hopefully I can change that now and actually do some diving again.
Well, look, you come on down to Florida, you shoot me an inbox message. I'll meet you wherever. We'll get it in.
Will do.
Well, just give me enough notice, because again, I'm military affiliated and I just got to have notice so I can get on the road and drive. All right, who else? Miss Carla, come on. Tell us about yourself.
Oh, well, good evening, everybody, since you want to put me on the spot and everything. My name is Carla. I did Discover Scuba with Cortland. When was that? 2 months ago, maybe a month ago, somewhere around there. And I am currently working on my open water certification. And I just happy to be part of the group, and I look forward to meeting with everybody. And even though BT is Army, but you know, I was Air Force, it's okay. But I look forward to meeting everybody and doing more events.
Welcome.
Thank you for being here, Ms. Carla. And like I said a little bit earlier, go and fill out that application. Elena, pay your dues. You already a member. So you can be back.
Yeah,
All
right.
right. Anybody else
Hey.
got something good for the group? Speak on it.
Dr. Pam, you want to give any information about the upcoming information meeting?
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm feeling a little under the weather. I went to Jazz in the Gardens in Miami. So I'm recovering. Yes, we have, hold on, let me get my screen together. So the Youth Education Summit, the dates are going to be July 23rd through July 30th. We are going to Cozumel, and there is an upcoming informational session. So we're going to have an information meeting on Wednesday, March 22nd at 7 p.m. So if somebody could drop the flyers in the chat box, if not, we can email them out. They've been on social media, but the qualifications for the to be able to attend, it's a little different than the diving with a purpose. I like to think of us as the precursor. We're the warm up. We're the training ground, because we're taking divers who are new and novice, and even those young people who are not yet open water certified. They can get open water certified during this trip. So you just have to be willing and open to completing the open water scuba certification. Must have or be able to get your passport. And then there's an application that has a couple of different components, two of which are a letter of recommendation from a teacher, principal, someone at the school setting, and your parent. And so we will be discussing the cost and all of that at the informational meeting that we will be hosting on March 22nd. So I'll send everybody reminders about the date. But it's going to be a great meeting. We are going to have a good time in Cozumel. It's a beautiful, all-inclusive resort. But we also have young people are going to be doing, they're going to have a cultural experience. And then they're also going to do some community service. So it's just going to be a really good time, and packed with fun and good learning. I hope Cortland's going to be able to go. I know we have Jennifer and Anthony, so that they're going to be doing some of our training. So this is going to be really exciting. So if you have any quick questions, I can answer them, or Derek, or I think Celeste is still on. They can answer them too.
So I'm trying to jump on that as maybe a mentor or just, help out anywhere I can. And Kelly's, I've been supposed to send you a text. I'm about to send you one right now. That's on me.
That would be good.
But I posted that flyer on my page, and I got a lot of good feedback on my personal Facebook page. So I think I'm going to have maybe 3 or 4 people coming out to that meeting. And I know Kelly got a lot of good feedback on her personal Facebook page. So I think it's going to be a good turnout.
I hope so. I mean, the goal is 10. Last year they had 7, I believe. So we were trying to increase it by 10. However, if we get 20, that would be amazing. And then Celeste is doing such an awesome job. Kelly and Derek, she's coordinating the housing portion. And so we're already beginning to plan for next year. So that way, when we come back and we have our debriefing, we'll be ready to announce the next year. So then that way, that gives parents a lot more time. And just to give everybody a background piece, there were a lot of policies and procedures that had to be written in order to keep our instructors safe, NABs safe, and our children safe, because we just live in a very litigious society. So wanted to make sure that we had all of our policies and everything straight. So we'll be going over that with the executive board. But once we get this one under our belt, we'll be up and running on a really solid cycle, God willing, moving forward. Excuse me. Sorry, I got the cooties.
All right, so if anyone hasn't noticed, a lot of this information that's being discussed from each one of the individuals has been copied and shared into the chat group. So please keep your eye on the chat group if you're looking for supplemental information, including dates from Willie James, the Youth Education Summit, and links to the SSQ school meetings for presentations with youth at their elementary and high schools. So scroll
That
back.
last date, I think, needs to be updated, Derek.
What
It
do we
says
have on?
Tuesday. The last one says Tuesday, March 14th, which was yesterday.
Oh, that's what's on the form. So the form needs to be updated. I'm looking at the live form.
What about the form? You had the live form that needs to be updated.
Okay. Hey,
Unless y'all
Dr.
had
Pam, can
information
you?
yesterday.
No, I think it's that form needs to be updated.
Got it.
Form I'm looking at has Wednesday, March 22nd. Are you
Yeah, I think
grabbing it?
Kelly updated it.
Yeah, it's 22nd. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's up there
Yeah.
on the forms.
The Google Doc form is still showing March the 14th.
She
Oh,
sent it in an email.
Okay.
You want me to, you want me to push it back over to you real quick?
No, that's fine. I'll get with Kelly. We need to update the internet form that's out there. It's still showing the old date.
Oh, let me see.
Oh,
The link above the form, the last chat message with the actual date and time, the link above it is the form, and that form still shows the old date. So we're still
Gotcha.
published live with the old date.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, yeah, we'll
would
get
it
that.
would it fix? It'll fix all of them when you fix it, I guess.
Yeah, the owner of the form just needs to update that and it'll fix everywhere. It's a live.
Okay.
form.
Yeah, I'm Derek, I'm not sure what link you're looking at because no, you're right. You're right. Our information meeting will take place on, yeah. So let's get that updated for people. Okay, I'll reach out to Kelly. Okay, good. It's gonna be exciting.
Thanks, Cortland.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cortland.
Thank you, Doc.
Pam,
Thank you, Derek. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go.
Pam, I know you sick. Can I get 3 minutes when we hang up?
You sure can. Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Before we sign off, I always like to give the floor to our illustrious founding members. Dr. Ford is not here, but Mrs. Ford is here. Any questions, comments, or just some wisdom you want to give to us?
What a great meeting tonight. I am so glad I participated. On the national side, I'd like to say that we are getting ready to announce our next summit, where it's going to be. So I'm excited about that. So stay tuned for that. You should get an email stating where we're going. So we have locked down a place, and so that should be coming your way really soon.
I think you should text everybody what it is, and we won't tell nobody.
Can you give us a hint what hemisphere we're in or how far is the flight?
Cortland will tell people. I can't trust Cortland.
It's gonna be wet.
It's gonna be wet.
Look, I was trying to find out. I texted her too, talking about, I know you hate this question, but can you?
She did.
Tell me where it is. And she talked about yes. And then there was nothing else after.
Yes.
Can I fly direct from Atlanta?
Yes.
Not private, but commercial. Because you can fly anywhere private from Atlanta. You got the
Yes,
juice
you
on
can.
I should have asked if Southwest flies there. That'll help.
that.
I'm not flying Southwest, but that's all
All
right.
right. Do they speak English at said location?
Most places I've ever gone, someone speaks English there.
Someone.
Someone.
Yeah, someone.
Well, thank you guys. I enjoyed the meeting. Very informative. And I'm just excited where SSQ is going and that we're going to get that club of the year. I can't wait.
Thank you, Ms. Ford. I'm gonna put one person on the spot. Celeste, tell us about your TV excursion. We got us a movie star in here, y'all. Go ahead, Celeste. Tell us about it.
OBT, OBT. Yes. Let's see. I was on House Hunters. I did House Hunters. If anyone watches that show, that was one of my favorite shows when I was younger. And I put on my list, I'm going to be on House Hunters, and I do whatever's on my list, I get it done. So I did a House Hunters episode here in Atlanta, and yeah, you can catch it. They do the reruns. Y'all know HGTV loves reruns, so you might catch me on there on a Saturday. That's
Hey,
all.
so-
Which
Great. It was
episode,
fun.
Celeste?
Say that again.
Which episode? What do
Okay, I have to go back and look. I'll go back.
How you don't know when you on TV?
You know, honestly, I did it, and then hey, I was on to the next thing. But I'm gonna look it up. I know it was like episode 3 of some season. I gotta find it.
I was so excited about Celeste. I kept on posting it on social media. 'Cause
I
was so
appreciate
excited
that.
about
I
it.
saw it. I was scrolling. I was like, hey, that's me right there. So thank
No,
you.
I know. Criteria for the Club of the Year, Cortland.
Well, all right, Celeste. Well, I'm working at Chick-fil-A as a full-time employee, and I got a 7-bedroom alpharetta requirement. Can you hook me up? Because that's apparently what I'm seeing on House Hunters.
I got you. Your budget's 1 million. There you
Yes,
go.
1 million.
Thanks, Vicky. That was fun. That was a great experience for sure.
Hey, congratulations. It's good to see you. It was good to see. I only saw the screenshots, but I was ecstatic when I seen that. That's why I sent you that inbox. I was like, wait a minute, she kept that close.
Yeah, I posted about it, but I'm gonna find the season and episode and I'll send it out to you. To all y'all, if y'all want.
Outstanding. We look
I'm gonna see if
forward
my
to it.
smart TV knows. Celeste Christopher. They got
All
Christopher Ellis.
right.
I'll keep working on the team.
All right. All right. Anybody else?
Well, just to put it out there, if y'all would like HDTV, my brother's on Married to Real Estate. I think they got 2 more episodes airing. He renovated a home off Paces Ferry. And Celeste knows the market. It's only 2 Black people that live off Paces Ferry. He the second one. If y'all catch it, y'all go ahead and check out the show.
Nice.
They got a real quick picture of me in there too.
Nice. All right. Anybody else?
And I just want to say real quick, Anthony was
Yes,
not
ma'am.
able to be here tonight because he's actually at work, but otherwise he would have been here. And I will tell him all about this great meeting.
Oh, speaking of
Tell him
which,
how many times his name was mentioned.
right. Speaking of which,
I
this is
will.
recorded. I will post it up on the page for anyone who wants to consume it.
yay.
Actually, I'm sorry. I will post it to our YouTube channel, which is where last month's meeting is. I created a YouTube channel for the club. So you can if you go to YouTube, you can look up SSQ Quest, and that will pull up our club page. But I will post a link as soon as I get this uploaded. I'll post a link in the club, and I'll post it also on NABS for all of everyone's consumption. And barring anyone else, I will yield my time back to you, and I will turn it over to our club. Mr. President, please close us out for March.
I have said quite enough because y'all have done enough. Y'all keep doing stuff. I'm very proud of this group, and I want y'all to keep it up. Thank y'all for supporting each other because it is about that and Ubuntu. So y'all have a wonderful night. Give your time back, and I will be seeing y'all soon. Peace.
All right, bye guys. Y'all take care.
Hi, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Portland, you want me to stay on?
Have a good night.